Morning folks, Lester here, and I'm coming to you on a very cloudy, drizzly, rainy type of a day. It's not cold, but there is absolutely a low pressure system moving across us. And in saying so, I'm going to make a prediction. You ready for this one over here? Santianna, our beloved and beautiful Santianna, our OG of all of our cows, the matriarch, is going to have a calf in the next couple of days, maybe even today. What I'm going to do is open this gate and we're going to drive over, and I want to talk to you about a couple of things. I hope that you'll come with me, and I also hope that my prediction is right, because I'm almost always wrong. Actually, I've never been right. I've never been right, not even once. Been doing this all my life, and I've never been right. But today, I think I might be, and I want to show you why I think that way. Come with me. So we have had several days of inclement weather. Not cold. We're blessed that it's not been cold. Now, we did have some bitterly cold weather last week, but as of the last few days, just off and on rain, which has made it quite miserable for me. And I know that the animals probably are not doing any better. But I have noticed a couple of things this week, and I want to drive down and show you what I'm looking at. And then when we get a little bit closer, we'll actually stop and talk about it. But here's Santianna over here laying down in the pasture. You have Tex standing nearby, and he's not really left her side much at all. Guys, I know you can't hear while I'm driving. Just hold on a second. I'll be there in a few seconds. All right, so right here in front of me is our matriarch of our entire herd, Santianna. Guys, there's going to be a train pass. Just please ignore that. You see Tex, who has not left her side the last couple of days. You see how he bows his neck up like that over there? He's getting bowed up because Chuck is coming this way. And Tex wants to make sure that he's going to be a barrier that you have to get past if you in fact want to come over here and say hi to Santianna. Chuck's not going to ever challenge Tex, so we're not concerned about that. And Tex is not looking for a fight either. He just does not want Chuck anywhere near Santianna. Now, you might be saying, why Santianna and not all of the other cows? What's the difference? Chuck's been walking around the last, 3 or 4 days, and Tex is not acting that way around any of them. Well, I think that Tex knows something that we do not know. He knows that Santianna is at a point where she might be actually ready to give birth. And Tex wants to make sure that he can keep all of that, keep her safe. And then sometimes you say, well, I'm sorry, that train is making it to where I can barely talk, and I don't want to have to compete with the train. I'm having to compete right now with Mother Nature and the wind, the occasional sprinkles. So let me just pause this for a second till the train is gone, and I'll jump right back in here, okay? Okay, the train is gone. So you might think to yourself, Lester, but we saw Tex smelling on Santianna, and at one point he even kind of jumped up on her like maybe he wanted to mount. Really beautiful babies, the two of them. Now, in case you're wondering what's happening right now, you are as curious as I am, because we all were under the impression that Santianna was already bred. And you may be thinking that maybe she actually is not bred after all, that maybe she's, come back into heat. But that's not always the case. Sometimes bulls can get a little bit confused. They're not exactly certain of what's going on with what. The same way no man really understands anything that has to do with the woman's cycle. Men don't understand any of that. Women know all about these different terms of this and that and all these different things and all these calendar dates. Men have no idea, y'all. We're just oblivious. And I do believe that if you did see Tex actually try to mount up onto Santianna the same way that I did, that was just him being a little bit confused, or maybe just excited about the moment, the fact that he's about to have a baby, another child. When I get around back behind Santianna, I can see a little bit of a discharge here out the back end, and you may not want to watch this. This may not be for everybody, but it's what I look at. I see a little bit of a discharge over here, and then I think that a lot of people will sometimes say, well, there's no bag development there. Her bag's not near big enough. So remember that different I go again with this whole making this analogy with humans. But guys, not all bags are the same. Not all bags are created equal, if you know what I mean. And whereas some may get really swollen up and full and be about to pop, not everybody's are, okay? And Santianna's, this will be her 7th calf, I believe. I'm trying to count them all in my head, so I can do that real fast if you'll bear with me. Huey, Pearl, Santoro, Gracie, Charlene, Jenny Lane. Did I just say 6 names? I think I just counted 6 names. So she's had 6 calves already, and so whatever she's about to have now will be number 7. Now, it's not to say that she does not have a bag. She's a pretty gentle cow. I don't want her to stand up if she doesn't want to, but I just cannot really get around to see her udder the way she's sitting right now. You're okay, sweetie. I'm just looking at you and talking about you. Everybody loves you so much, though. But she definitely does have a bag. And so we're pretty sure she is bred, and that she's also getting very close. And then I would say that maybe not today necessarily, but we're going to come back. We've been over here twice a day, every day, since we've gotten Chuck. And I'll keep doing that, and I'll keep spending the nights over here as well. But I bet you if we end up catching her walking off on her own, we've had cows who've had babies over here in the front, in this spot over here, this little tree line. We've also had cows who've had calves in that far back corner over there as well. And what you may not know about Mother Nature is that animals prefer to have their babies in a low pressure system. Sweetie, don't make me run out of here. Don't run me off. Animals in nature prefer to have their babies while there's a low pressure system in place. That could be wind and rain and snow and all of those things that bring on low pressure. And they do that because in nature, predatory type animals, predator type animals are a whole lot less likely to be out hunting and looking for food in bad weather. They would normally like to den up and just stay in their dens where they're nice and warm while they have that bad weather move through. And so in saying so, Mother Nature made it to where when an animal like a cow or a horse or so many other animals in nature are going to have babies, they'll usually wait until there's a low pressure system come in, and that's when they'll normally drop those calves. That gives that calf a whole lot higher chance of survival. It keeps that mom safer so she can help that calf find its legs. And then once that calf can find its legs and start to be able to move around a little bit, then they have a whole lot better chance to survive in case, predators do come out and about. Now, not to worry, we don't have predators here, and we also have a very nice herd of Longhorn who will protect Santianna and her calf at all cost. All right? And that's what's going on with Santianna. So you guys keep your fingers crossed. Before I leave you, I'm going to stick on a graphic, and I want to thank the sweet lady who sent me this to remind me of all of the dates that Santianna has dropped her calves, all of her other 6 cows. So I'm going to stick that on here in a few minutes, and you guys watch that as we're leaving you. Tex, you have an itch, bud? You got you an itch you just can't quite scratch? The side-by-side's helping a little bit, I guess, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, don't worry, friends. All is fine. I will promise you, I will keep you informed of what's going on with this beautiful cow of ours. And I'm just as excited as you all are, okay? All right, well, with that, I want to thank you for watching. We love you so much. We're blessed to have you. And we will catch you guys on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.